All right, fifth graders. So you just kind of learned about the different properties, the different things that make up a circle with radius, diameter, and circumference. So knowing the difference between those things are going to be pretty big moving forward. So what we're going to learn about in this video, though, is there is a formula, an equation we can use to find the circumference of a shape, or kind of the perimeter, the outside of a circle. All right, we learned in the last video about this ratio of pi. Well, that number pi comes into our equation. So to find the circumference of a circle, or what's the length of the outside, we take that pi and we multiply it by the diameter. So it's pretty easy. In this shape, you can see if I want to find the circumference, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, just so we have a little bit bigger lines. The circumference is going to equal pi, which is that little symbol there, times the diameter. Well, our diameter is from one side of the circle to another. That's something we can easily measure with a ruler. Measuring the outside of a circle with a ruler is pretty hard. So we see that it's 5. So all I have to do is take pi times 5. Well, we know that pi is 3.14. We can kind of round it. We're going to use 3.14 times 5, and it's going to get us our answer. Now, that's kind of hard to do in your head, so it's totally fine if you come to the calculator. 3.14 times 5 gets me my circumference of 15.7. We're working in centimeters. I got to make sure I put that label onto the end. So a pretty easy formula on how we do it. Now, take a look at this circle. So our equation stays the same. It equals pi times diameter, but we don't have the diameter here. Remember, the diameter is from one side of the shape to the other. So I can't just take pi times 9. But what we do know is that there are the radius is halfway across the circle. The diameter is all the way across the circle. So before we multiply by pi, we have to multiply that radius there by 2, because it would take 2 of them to go all the way across the circle. So 9 times 2 equals 18. We just have to double that radius. Then I use my formula, and circumference equals pi, which is 3.14. I'm going to multiply that by 18, because that's the diameter, after I figured out that that's double the radius. Go to my calculator. All right, it was 18 times 3.14 gets me my circumference of 56.52. Just don't forget to look at your label. This is in inches because it is a measurement. There is your circumference. So just use that formula. Now, this is one that you're going to have to memorize. So hopefully you can get that memorized as you work. You have the formula today, but in the future, hopefully you can put that in the back of your mind. All right, good job. You're going to try to solve a few of these problems on your formative.